Hello, everybody. Wrestling and boxing forever. It's me, Ride Time. Now, let's get into it. A little boxing, little wrestling. We're gonna talk everything. So, here's what's going on. Demetrius Bivol defeats Canelo Álvarez in a unanimous decision, and all of a sudden, boxing fans that were supporting Canelo started to boo him. And now they're blaming it on the diet. Shout out to Bruce Bain. I'm a big fan. So now they're blaming it on the diet and everything else. In my own opinion, this was a cherry pick that went wrong. Canelo's people thought it would be easy pickings. They picked the wrong guy. Canelo lost. And then they're giving the excuse of the diet. And trust me, people, this is not going to be the only excuse you hear. This is going to be one of 1,000 million excuses for Canelo's loss. So, let's move on. In the sport of wrestling, okay, the NWA, June 11th, Always Ready. But before they get to Always Ready, they got Power Trip 2. And Power Trip 2 is going to have Davey Boy Smith Jr., a.k.a. Harry Smith, taking on Mike Knox. It's also going to have the junior heavyweight champion, Homicide, defending against Kobe Carino. The television champion is scheduled to be there. The world's women's champion is scheduled to be there. And I believe even the national champ is scheduled to be there. Mims, big strong Mims, he won the Body Slam Challenge. So this puts him in line for a TV championship shot. So what's going to happen? Is it going to happen at Power Trip 2, or are they going to give this thing time to build and put it on Always Ready June 11th? Mims, I believe, has the strength, the power to hang with Tyrus. We could be looking at a new television champion, in my own opinion. Now, Homicide. It's been a great TV champion so far. It's been a great junior heavyweight champion so far. He won a fatal 4-way to win the championship. After that, he went on a 3-match win streak that had... His first defense was against Austin Aries. He was successful. The second defense was Doug Williams. He was successful. Third title defense was Rip Titus. So Kobe Carino will be the fourth. And speaking of challengers for the Junior Heavyweight Championship, Black Jeeves, he calls out Homicide. Will that happen at Always Ready? Will it happen on Power, NWA USA? But before we get there, Homicide's got to get through Kobe Carino. And that's no easy task. Um, Jonah from Impact Wrestling, his contract is up. Could he end up going back to the WWE? I don't think so. He could, but I don't think so. Could he end up in Japan with New Japan Pro Wrestling? Could he end up with Major League Wrestling? I don't know. But Jonah's contract with them is up. Willie Mack's contract with Impact Wrestling is also up. Willie Mack is somebody that I can see. Willie Mack is somebody I could see going back to the NWA, because if you guys remember, in the beginning of the NWA, when they first crowned the first national champion of this new era of the NWA with Billy Corgan, the first ever national champion of this new wave of NWA was Willie Mack. Willie Mack was the first national champion of this new era of NWA. So, strong possibility that he can go back to the NWA. There was a couple of... Cody Rhodes was not the only person who left All Elite Wrestling. Another person who left was Stu Garrison. A person that left was Joey Janela. And a couple of others. I didn't catch the other guys' names. Major League Wrestling has the Battle Riot on June 23rd in New York City. The Battle Riot. And another... And they have another show before the Battle Riot, but I forgot what the name of it was. When I find out what it is, I will come back and tell you guys what that is. The winner of the Battle Riot will get a shot at the world's title. But Richard Holiday is number one contender for the MLW Championship, which is held by Alexander Hammerstone, I believe. Yes, it's Hammerstone. He became number one contender by defeating Davey Richards. So, who's going to walk into Battle Riot wearing the world title? So, I do believe that Willie Mack is going to end up back in the NWA. I do believe that I do believe that James Storm could end up back in the NWA. Stu Garrison is somebody that I could see in the NWA, or maybe going to Japan for a couple of tours. You know, things are crazy in the sport of wrestling, folks. The WWE is getting ready to unify the tag team titles. So it's going to be a wild time for the sport of wrestling. So, folks, stay glued to your YouTubes, your televisions, or whatever it is that you watch wrestling on, because it's gonna be exciting. At WrestleMania Backlash, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins 2, a rematch. Folks, and to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Mom, I love you. And to everybody out there, words of positivity. Stay focused on your dreams, your goals, and everything that you're trying to do. And don't let nobody scare you away from your dreams and try to talk you out of them. Go for it, no matter what. Ride time. Wrestling and boxing forever. I'm out.